Just because some sections of the media determine that they want to make Safe Streets this focus and sometimes make Safe Streets this boogeyman, we are not going to compromise the people behind these lives, right? Because that's what we're asking them to do, as you heard from Bill earlier, to put their lives on the line.
Fox 45's Mackenzie Frost joins us live in the newsroom. And Mackenzie, the mayor made a comparison yesterday that is raising questions today.
Yeah, Mary, that's right. The mayor compared these violence interrupters to undercover police officers when we asked him about releasing more information surrounding what these mediations these Safe Streets workers are completing entail. We spoke with a law enforcement expert today who says that comparison is not accurate. While celebrating a milestone for the Brooklyn Safe Streets site, we questioned Mayor Brandon Scott about releasing more information about mediation Safe Streets workers completed hours before gunfire erupted at the Brooklyn Day block party in July 2023. It was Baltimore's worst mass shooting in city history, leaving 28 people injured and 2 dead. There are still questions about what exactly unfolded in that. Will the public ever see the details of those mediations completed?
The same way we don't ask undercover police officers to give out their information, we are not going to do that with our violence intervention workers. Just because some sections of the media determine that they want to make Safe Streets this focus and sometimes make Safe Streets this boogeyman, we are not going to compromise the people behind these lives, right? Because that's what we're asking them to do, as you heard from Bill earlier, to put their lives on the line.
No, that's not a fair comparison.
Jason Johnson, former Deputy Baltimore Police Commissioner and president of the Law Enforcement Legal Defense Fund, says officers who work in covert scenarios are not known to the community as law enforcement, unlike Safe Streets workers who are hired partly because of their reputations in the community.
Safe Street workers are very public in their role. They wear the uniform that stands out. Their job really is to be known by the public as a Safe Streets workers.
Another difference, Johnson notes, is the information gathered and reported by undercover officers, usually public record at some point, even if that means some information is redacted. But that's not the case for Safe Streets workers.
And at the end of the day, if transparency is the priority, the lack of transparency is a little bit alarming.
We've previously pressed Mayor Brandon Scott on providing details about those mediations.
Have you seen the form that the Safe Streets workers used when they go out in the communities and talk to people, that they keep track of their mediations?
I have probably not seen them in a long time, but I've been working with this organization for many, many years, so I know what they do. I'm in full support of what they do.
Can the public see that form?
We're talking about a very privileged document, Mackenzie.
So there is a document
we're talking about a very sensitive process. We cannot put those workers at risk just because we want to think about and critique and criticize something that some people don't understand.
Can the public see a blank form?
I think the public should trust and know, just like they trust our police officers, that these lifesavers are out there doing their work.
While the mayor continues to shield information and compare violence interrupters to law enforcement, Johnson says police officers do provide more details.
All of those things would be available for public inspection. And so, it really just isn't a good comparison. When you're saying you're not even going to show a blank form, it's really hard, I think, it's hard to really appreciate that that's a legitimate justification for withholding it. There's no way there's anything on a blank form that the public can't know about.
The differences between Safe Streets and police are stark, including how much taxpayers know about the work itself, despite the fact that taxpayers foot the bill for both police and Safe Streets workers. And then there's the issue of qualified immunity, or the legal protections that law enforcement officers have while they're working. I sent a question to City Hall asking what protections, if any, Safe Streets workers have while they're on the clock. So far, no response. But if we get any answers, we'll let you know. Live in the newsroom, Mackenzie Frost, Fox 45 News.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.